we see a red-haired man who is attacked by a group of attackers. The man uses a spiral wind and pushes all of them away. The attackers continuously attacked the man chasing him. A guy attacked the man with a sword, but the sword broke, touching his hand, and the man threw him. The man comes down from the mountain, attacking and wiping out the fighters in front of those who are behind him. An old man named Chulho attacks the red-haired man, and for a moment it seems equal to fighting level. But the man takes his hand back and punches Chulho to death with another hand. The red-haired man attacked the other man, made him bleed, and then bashed him to the ground. Seeing this, the other two became furious and attacked with swords, but the man stopped their swords with the tip of his fingers and bashed them away. Meanwhile, a monk comes fast with yellow lightning, grabs the red-haired man, and he punches him to free himself, but the monk takes him up. The man requests the monk to give up while the monk's martial arts surpass all others, but the monk himself can't stop as he is blessed by Buddha. The man tried to stop him, but nothing worked, and the monk was once incompetent, but he took action to become what he is now. The monk wished that the red-haired man live the rest of his life in peace and bound the man. An old man informs their people that they have won, and the monk has sealed the man by sacrificing himself. The man ended up on the Buddha's hand but feels comfortable. The man is reborn. As he opens his eyes, he sees Granny, and questions filled his mind. Where is he? Who is Granny? And where is the old man? She hits him, and he starts crying. The man realized he was reborn. He drinks milk, which is against his principles while it is natural and causes enuresis, as he is a baby now. He is named Youngwoo and is crying as he is regretting being a baby and his ethics being destroyed so easily while he is a master K-Huk of the dark arts. After 3 years, Youngwoo is able to walk, and a man named Kyung-ho, who is a servant, gives him a wooden sword as he requested, which is made by a first-class carpenter. Youngwoo told him that he would keep this secret from his mom, and Kyung-ho left for the outside to see the guards and told him to yell if anything happened. Youngwoo uses his father's tricks to see if anyone is hiding around there, and he found 4 hiding behind the wall and roofs. Youngwoo told them he had nothing to hide and practiced with his sword, slashing forward and turning around. Youngwoo found his sword pretty good. It was like his father put some magical words in it. As he gets serious and tries to use his strength, he slips and falls to the ground, getting injured a bit. Meanwhile, Kyung-ho came asking if Youngwoo was alright, while it was nothing for him. Kyung-ho regrets letting him practice, but Youngwoo is alright, and Kyung-ho is afraid, so Youngwoo apologizes to him and goes to take a bath. Youngwoo is taking a bath, thinking that he is unable to balance himself because his body is immature now, and he asks himself if adulthood is important for him to start using his strength. Youngwoo comes out of the bathtub thinking about the trouble that's because of the monk. Youngwoo likes this life as he is getting love from his godmother and father, and he enjoyed being with Kyung-ho because, in his past life, he grew up as an orphan. The 2 maids are rinsing off Youngwoo, and he is thinking if he should be thankful to the monk for this life. Youngwoo says out loud that he doesn't want to, which surprises the maids, but he calms down. Youngwoo is trying to know what the monk's intention was for sealing him, but if the monk just did it for him to enjoy the peace, then it will be great if the scenario is that. Meanwhile, Kyung-ho came and told him that his mom was in pain, and they ran to her. Youngwoo is surprised and happy to see her sister. Youngwoo's father told him to protect her, and he accepted to protect her as her brother. Youngwoo's father presents a teacher named Baekgyo that will teach Hwang Youngwoo literature, who is now 7 years old. But Youngwoo shows his interest in martial arts, and his father apologizes to Baekgyo for Youngwoo's immaturity, and Baekgyo assures his father that she will try her best. His father leaves him with her, instructing Youngwoo to learn well. Youngwoo's father gave him 1,000 alphabets to learn how to read, which he had already learned in his previous life, but he pretends that he is reading. Youngwoo went to his father without wasting a single minute on the book and told him that he had memorized the 1,000 alphabet book, which made his father a bit shocked as Youngwoo had learned the book in a week. He praises Youngwoo and calls him a genius for being the most talented person in his family. Youngwoo is stuck in a situation to study in front of Baekgyo, and Baekgyo asked him if the book was easy for him as he is a genius, but it's not easy for him. If Youngwoo's father believes he is a literary genius, then he will not force him to study, and everything will come to an end when he proves that, but he is unable to prove it. Baekgyo shows his and others high expectations from Youngwoo as he is the young master, and Baekgyo tells Youngwoo that she will help him overcome hurdles step by step and help him to lie on the expectations, but Youngwoo tells him that it's better to give up, which makes Baekgyo angry, and she tells Youngwoo her weird nickname, and Youngwoo compares Baekgyo to the white dog breed that is dangerous. Baekgyo warns Youngwoo about not studying, and strictly starts teaching him, which makes Youngwoo scared to study. He got tired after studying, but in this way, he can improve more quickly. The lord of the house requested that Baekgyo teach Youngwoo well, Beat Kyo takes his leave, and Youngwoo has to study that much. Meanwhile, Youngwoo's father came and asked Youngwoo about his first day of study, which was terrible for him. Youngwoo wants to talk to his father about the study, and he shows him the written work that he did, which is too much. Youngwoo tells his father that studying 3 hours a day is terrible, and lets him have some freedom, and Youngwoo's father changes every day to other days, which makes Youngwoo a bit relaxed inside, and he approves it. His father got up and told Youngwoo to go and get dinner, as his sister and mom had been waiting for him. They went to get dinner, as Youngwoo was hungry after staring at the floor all day long. The family is sitting at the dinner table. Youngwoo is hungry and enjoys the food well, as he has never eaten this delicious food in his past life. Youngwoo's sister is named Hwang Seo-yeon, who is 4 years old. She is staring at him as he eats. Seo-yeon picks a cookie and gives it to Youngwoo to eat, and he enjoys eating it. Seo-yeon became happy, and Youngwoo went to his room to sleep, thinking about the life that he is used to now. Youngwoo is so happy with the family and peace. Youngwoo remembers his past life, the old man who sealed him, and he doesn't want to go back to that life. Youngwoo slept, thinking the old man had won. In the early morning, Youngwoo wakes up, takes deep breaths, and sits in a manner to meditate to increase his powers. Youngwoo is the man on the foundation of leadership between heaven and earth, and he is the one who leads the path, and through it, 2 divided entities become one as heaven and earth conform and become one in harmony. Youngwoo gets up, and he is already at the 4th level in harmony, while he reached the 5th level in his past life. It is a big deal that he has already accomplished the 4th level at the age of 7, and Youngwoo praises himself. Meanwhile, Youngwoo's father calls him and tells him about the schedule. Unfortunately, Beat Kyo came, and Youngwoo asked her why she was here when his father said the class would be on the other day. Beat Kyo accepts that she will teach another day, but she gave him homework as it is the basis of efficient study, and she warns him to complete the homework. Otherwise, what will happen? He can imagine. Beat Kyo takes his leave, and Youngwoo becomes frustrated at being forced to complete homework. Youngwoo's father is watching him study secretly from the door. His father is glad to see him study, as there is a chance that if he studies well, he can become an honorary scholar. Youngwoo's mother tells Youngwoo's father to not be greedy with his ambition, and to respect Youngwoo's decision as to what he wants to pursue. Youngwoo's father accepted her wife's suggestion, and went romantic with her. Youngwoo hits the book on the table frustratedly and comes out of the room, shuttering the door in anger. Kyung-ho reminds Youngwoo of his promise to study till noon, but he breaks the promise and goes to play to take fresh air on a warm day under the blue sky. Kyung-ho says studying is not a joke where you just pick up anything talking, but Youngwoo becomes angry and says there is no need to worry as his father and mother left him for a while. Youngwoo told Kyung-ho to shut up because if his parents heard the noise, they would come back. Meanwhile, Seo-yeon came to see her brother, and her caretaker told Youngwoo that she was on her way to the market until Seo-yeon asked her to follow along. The caretaker tells Youngwoo the reason that today the fish market is open, which is open once every 2 weeks. Youngwoo asked Seo-yeon if they should join her at the fish market. Seo-yeon happily replied Youngwoo to come with her, and they went to the fish market together. The market grabs Youngwoo and Seo-yeon's attention. Youngwoo said it had been a long time since he went to the market, and Kyung-ho heard this and questioned him. It's not the first time for him, but Youngwoo told him it had been 8 years since he was busy, while he is 7 years old right now. A giant shark and the crowd around it grabbed their attention, and it is the shark that the Lord desires, so Youngwoo suggests Seo-yeon's caretaker go and take it. Seo-yeon's caretaker gives her responsibility to Kyung-ho to take care of Seo-yeon. Youngwoo and Seo-yeon look over the market. They see the fish, and it is the first time for Youngwoo that he is seeing live fish. They see a big fish that scares Seo-yeon, and they check their clothes. They eat cookies, and Kyung-ho is thinking of going back. Meanwhile, Seo-yeon's caretaker came and apologized for being late, and as they turned around, they realized Youngwoo and Seo-yeon were missing. They see here and they're calling Youngwoo and Seo-yeon. Kyung-ho goes to the Lord running and tells him that they went to the market together and Youngwoo and Seo-yeon have disappeared. Kyung-ho accepts his fault because he is distracted by something. The Lord worried a bit, calmed Kyung-ho, and asked him to explain in detail what happened so that they could find Youngwoo and Seo-yeon. Kyung-ho calms down and tells the Lord that there are too many people and he didn't find any trace of them. The Lord calms Kyung-ho and tells him to take a rest. The Lord is hoping that they just disappeared and will be alright. In Saju City, the news of Youngwoo and Seo-yeon's disappearance is spread all over, and every person in the city is talking about them. Rumors are waving around about them being kidnapped. It has been 2 days, and no one has seen them. The citizens of Saju became aware that the Lord of Saju had done so much for the city and got up to help the Lord find his children. A person with a knife got angry as he heard the news of the Lord's children missing, and he spoke out loud. He will split those into pieces who kidnapped the Lord's children. A group of people sitting around a table were scared as they heard people's conversations. A man from the group told another to let the Lord's children go quietly, as they would die if they were caught. A bald-headed man showed his anger at the man for talking nonsense, but the leader of the group punched his hand for being loud and told them to shut their mouths if they loved their lives. The leader rejects the idea of sending children home because they have already forwarded their plan, and there is no guarantee of their lives even if they do so. The leader told the bald-headed man to go and tell others his next moves. The scared man is ordered by the leader to notify the Lord about their children and demands 3 million gold as a ransom. They leave the place before the leader, and as the leader is about to go, a knife is stuck at the doorstep, asking for the food money that he ate. The leader gave the money and left the shop. Young-woo opened his eyes and found himself bound by a rope with several bastards roaming around. A man sees Young-woo's eyes and a spirit in his eyes to fight. Meanwhile, a bald-headed man came and notified them that the boss is proceeding with the plan, so keep their eyes on the children and don't mess up. A fat man asked the bald-headed man if the children belong to the Lord, and he told them they do, but they have already come far in their plan, so they are proceeding. Young-woo told the kidnappers to quit to save their necks, as they don't know Young-woo's father. The silver-haired man becomes angry, but before he takes action, the fat man uses anesthesia, and Young-woo becomes unconscious. The silver-haired man asked the bald man when to start, and the fat man told them it would be as soon as the kids' parents got the news of their children being kidnapped. The Lord tells his wife not to worry, as all are finding their kids and will find them soon. Meanwhile, a poor boy came outside with a letter that some martial artists had given him. The letter is from those who kidnapped Young-woo and Seo-yeon. The Lord has left a man named Hyuk-pyo with them, and they will no longer be hidden. The Lord reassures his wife that the kids will be alright and he will come back with them. The lady drinks the tea, which shows her calmness because she trusts her husband and children. The Lord's man, Hyuk-pyo, reported to him that the kidnappers were in range, and the Lord instructed him for his next move, ordered the kids' safety first, and showed no mercy on the kidnappers. The man who notified the Lord that his children had been kidnapped is running through the forest, but the Lord's men, Baek-hak, Juk-mi, and Chung-song, are chasing him. Baek-hak appeared from the front, and Chung-song appeared at his back. Baek-hak attacked, but the man dodged it and used poison on him to try to escape, but Chung-song held him by his back and kicked him to the ground. On the other side, Seo-yeon woke up and started crying to see her brother bound. The silver-haired man becomes angry, but the bald man calms him, and the fat man tries to calm the girl, but she starts crying more loudly. The silver-haired man is about to hurt her, but Young-woo gets up and kicks the silver-haired man on the ground. The leader asked Young-woo who he was and scolded their men for being hit by a kid. Young-woo goes in front of the leader, avoiding the bald man easily, but the fat man tries to catch him to make him unconscious again. But he dodges him and tells them he is the death god who is going to take their lives. The leader takes out his sword to attack Young-woo, and he is ready to fight. The leader ordered the fat man to put Seo-yeon to sleep. The fat man goes to Seo-yeon, and Young-woo goes behind him. But the leader takes advantage and slashes on Young-woo's hand with the sword, and he gets hurt by it. Young-woo jumped up, moved quickly, and punched the leader. Young-woo goes close to the fat man and is about to punch him, but the fat man uses Seo-yeon for his protection, and unfortunately, Young-woo stops and tells the fat man to leave Seo-yeon. The leader appeared behind Young-woo and slashed him with the sword, and Young-woo became wounded from behind. Young-woo is bound to attack because the fat man grabs Seo-yeon and uses her for their defense. Meanwhile, the bald man holds the fat man's neck, and Young-woo sees the opportunity to attack and punches the leader to death in anger. The fat man hit the bald man and approached Seo-yeon, but Young-woo kicked him on the cheek, seizing his face, and throwing him to the ground. Seo-yeon, in anger, holding the fat man by the hair, hit him to the ground again and again, but Seo-yeon hugs him, stopping him from beating. Chung-song stepped into the cave and found the kidnappers beaten to death. Baek-hak sees Young-woo and Seo-yeon, and he has doubts about Young-woo if he did this. The Lord comes into the cave, and Baek-hak tells him that Young-woo killed the kidnappers as the bald man witnesses. The Lord covers his children, asking Young-woo if he got hurt anywhere. Hyuk-pyo gave medicine, and the Lord helped Young-woo by bandaging his hand. Young-woo shows his emotions by saying that he couldn't protect his sister, and he is about to tell his father what he did to the kidnappers, but the Lord hugs him, saying to him that he didn't do anything wrong and that what he did is right and great. They came back home, and Young-woo and Seo-yeon slept on the bed. The Lord is worried about Young-woo, and his mother went to make tea for them. The kidnappers were handed over to law enforcement, and Hyuk-pyo reports to the Lord that he has transferred the message that what Young-woo said didn't go into the ears of the miss. The Lord has doubts about Young-woo, but after all, he is the Lord's son. Young-woo sees a strange dream in which he sees his past life as a monster who killed many people, and he doesn't want to become a monster like he was in his past life. Young-woo wakes up crying, but Seo-yeon holds his hand and consoles him that he is not a bad person. Young-woo thanks his sister and returns to normal. A pigeon came to the Lord through a window, carrying a letter. The letter is related to Young-woo's birthday. Young-woo is now 11 years old. It has been 4 years since that incident. Young-woo is studying well, and Baek-kyo gives Young-woo 2 days of the holiday without homework as his birthday gift. He is shocked to hear this. Baek-kyo takes his leave, telling Young-woo to enjoy his short break as he will not get that much. Young-woo comes out of the study room, and Kyeon-ho asks about his studies and if he enjoyed them well while he was enjoying his little break. He feels this break is strange because before he didn't get a break on his birthday, so he questions why this time he got a break. Kyeon-ho is trying to hide something, so Young-woo forces him to tell the truth, but he pretends that he doesn't know anything, steps back, and hides behind the wall. Young-woo jumps to the roof, and Kyeon comes out quickly, asking Young-woo where he is going, but he also doesn't tell him. Young-woo went, and Kyeon-ho ran behind him to find him. Young-woo went to meet his sister Seo-yeon and planned to take her to the ground to practice. She agreed to go with Young-woo, but he told Seo-yeon to change her clothes because it would be hard for her to go with the dress she wore. Young-woo warns Kyeon-ho not to sneak a peek. They went to the ground, and Young-woo checked Seo-yeon's improvement by holding her wrist. Kyeon-ho is observing them, and he realizes that Young-woo's energy has increased so much. Seo-yeon questioned Young-woo about her improvement, and he told her that she definitely improved as she is practicing every day. Young-woo applauds her for practicing, and for her improvement. Seo-yeon also shows her spirit to learn and practice. Young-woo tells Seo-yeon to show her improvement by attacking him. Seo-yeon attacks, but Young-woo avoids it easily, and again, Seo-yeon attacks, but Young-woo avoids it by moving quickly. Seo-yeon did a ground attack, but Young-woo jumped with his hand pushing up on the ground. Young-woo comes down, and Seo-yeon attacks him using combo attacks, but he defends himself with his arm. It has been 2 years since Young-woo began teaching martial arts to Seo-yeon. In the flashback, when starting the practice, Seo-yeon falls to the ground and cries, but Young-woo and Kyeon-ho calm her. Seo-yeon takes advantage of Young-woo's distraction and hits him on the head once Young-woo says that he will listen to her wish if she is able to hit him. When Young-woo asked for her wish, she told him it was a secret and that she would tell him later. Young-woo knows there are many secrets in the house now, and as he remembers Kyeon-ho, he asks him to spit out what they are hiding, but he still pretends he doesn't know anything.